What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and because I did a review of the first one, here's the review of the second one. Ghostbusters. Trailer review. It hasn't gotten much better. That's unfortunately how I need to start this off. I will talk about a couple of the things that do work, though. One, first and foremost, the CGI. The ghosts look awesome. There are several moments in that trailer where I'm looking at them just like, I want to see it just to see how cool this is going to look. That one ghost that's just like really tall, walking over them looking down, that scene is just awesome. It was in the first one too, and I'm still just like, wow, that looks cool. I want to see that. And I mean, the one thing you want to get right in a Ghostbusters movie is obviously the humor, and they don't have that down. So the second thing you want to get right is the ghosts. You want to make sure the ghosts look good. So at least they've got that down. It's not going to be 100% crap, at the very least. It's not saying it's going to be a good movie, but it's nice to see that the ghosts are still looking good. The few new scenes that we do get with the ghosts, the one that kind of looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, unfortunately. No, but it looks like the ghost symbol really big and half of his face melted off. And like, what? But that also does look really good, just as far as the effects go. The other thing that does work very well is I think they have got a good cast as far as the chemistry. Just seeing them interact with each other seems to work fairly well. Haven't seen a whole lot of it in these two trailers, but really didn't see any of it in the first trailer. We got a little bit more of it in this one, and they do seem to work well together. Now, that being said, the cast itself is also one of the issues I have. Because I talked in the first one about how I didn't like it, and I talked about the reasons why based on the trailer. When I'm watching this one, I'm starting to realize why I'm not excited for this one. And it all goes back to the original Ghostbusters movie. What was one of the things that made it great? There are several things, but one of the best things about that movie was Bill Murray. And the reason is because you got such a good cast, but Bill Murray was like pretty much the straight man. He's the one that, it's Bill Murray. He's kind of a bit mellow. He doesn't scream and yell and get all crazy. This entire cast does. They don't have one of them that's going to be slightly calmer than the others. I mean, I thought maybe Kristen Wiig's character would be, but in this one we see her like grabbing a table. You need to leave the city. You need to leave the city. Which means she's going to be crazy too. And I'm just like, that doesn't work. If you've got all four crazy characters and you don't have one straight man that's kind of calmer than the rest to sort of maybe make the group a little bit more mellow or somebody to bounce off of it, if you have all of this action and energy in all of your characters, it doesn't work well. It doesn't work for a group dynamic. You need that one character that's a bit calmer, going to be a bit more mellow. Going into a situation, he's not going to be yelling, or she in this case, is not going to be yelling and screaming and ah! It's just like, all right, guys, let's take this down. Something like that. So, as much as I did enjoy getting to see them interact in this trailer this time, it doesn't work unless you have a straight man to work off of, and it doesn't seem like they do. The jokes are obviously just god-awful. I don't understand how you can't make things funny. Like, how can you not make good jokes? I talked about in the first one how the whole power of pain compels you was the dumbest thing out of that trailer. It was supposed to be the best joke that they have, and it completely failed. In this one, their best one was kids taking a selfie. Like, that's not funny. That's just sad. The fact that this, it's more of a sad realization that if there was a ghost pterodactyl standing on somebody's shoulders as she walked out, there would be some idiots that come up to her like, selfie! I'm just like, that's not funny. That's a sad realization about the current generation, of which I do not claim to be a part of. I think I'm like 2 years removed from that generation. I'm accepting those 2 years. 'Cause God, it's really really sad. And looking back, did I not laugh at all during this trailer? I chuckled twice. The first one is one joke that I've seen 3 times now, and it's still pretty funny. It's the one where Leslie Jones, she's jumping off onto the crowd to go crowd surfing, and they all move. And then she says, I don't know if that was a race thing or a lady thing, but I'm mad as hell. And I'm just like, that delivery much better than the Power of Pain compels you delivery. But also, it works. It's funny. It's a good line, and they cut it short. It's not like something that you really focused in on. It's just like it's a quick line, a quick one-liner. You're done. It was funny, and it's the only one that I've chuckled at every time. The other one that I chuckled at first, and now the more that I watch it, I'm just like, it's becoming less and less funny. Is the final scene where they're trying to talk to Leslie Jones' character because she's got the pterodactyl ghost on her shoulder. And the only reason was funny at first is because I talked about in the first review, it seems like they're making her character be that, the stereotypical black guy in a comedy, in a haunted comedy, the one that freaks out over every supernatural thing. That seems like what they're setting up her character to be. So the fact that she's got a pterodactyl ghost on her shoulders, and she's just like sitting there like, alright guys, I'm tired. No, it's okay, I'm just gonna leave now. And just starts walking out calmly. I chuckled the first time. And then they did the selfie thing, and that's why I haven't chuckled at it since. But it was kind of funny to see that character that's been freaking out pretty much every single time there's something supernatural, all of a sudden just be really calm with this ghost sitting on her shoulders. I'm just like, that's kind of funny. But the rest of the jokes really do not land. The one in particular, I think, that really kind of sums up this entire trailer for me, really, is they're talking about, all the ghosts and stuff and how they're attacking the city. And then I think, I want to make sure, yes, Chris Hemsworth's character, he's sitting there, he's like, we're going to need a bigger boat, and laughs, and none of them laugh. Like, they just all kind of stare at him, and I'm just like, that's exactly how I feel about this entire trailer. They're making all of these jokes, and nobody's laughing. It's not funny. And that's the biggest problem that I have right now with this. It needs to be funny. Ghostbusters is a comedy. It's not supposed to be serious. It's not supposed to be super actiony. It's supposed to be an action comedy. Some action, good bit of comedy. And they're not doing it. The jokes aren't landing. I've only chuckled at one joke consistently over 2 trailers. That's not good. If you want to make sure it's a good action comedy, you need to make sure the comedy works, and it's not working right now. I mean, there are a lot of R-rated comedies out there, and I'm not a big fan of the R-rated comedy. Deadpool's the only R-rated comedy that I've seen, and I only saw that because it's made fun of superhero movies, and I love superhero movies. But, like watching the Neighbors 2 trailer, I'm not a big fan of Seth Rogen. I'm not a big fan of that type of comedy, the stupid stuff like that. But there are jokes in there that make me laugh. The fact that a Ghostbusters trailer, which is supposed to be funny in general, isn't making me laugh at all, and I'm laughing at some of the stuff in the Neighbors 2 trailer, shows really how off track this trailer is. And I'm getting really, really worried about it. The closer we get to the release date, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be 2 more trailers most likely that they release. But the closer we get to the release date, if I'm still not finding any humor in these trailers, I'm going to get really worried. Because you don't want to go into a movie thinking I'm not going to laugh if I'm supposed to laugh. So maybe it'll get better. Maybe the next trailer they'll show us something a little bit different. This one did seem... I was watching a couple of the reviews. It did seem like this is kind of calling back to the original Ghostbusters. There's a lot of stuff like with the giant marshmallow-looking ghost and the Slimer again. So yeah, I don't know. I'm worried. I'm still gonna go see it at least once just to see if it's really as bad as it looks. Um, but that's the only reason I'm gonna go see it at this point. I'm not actually going to see it because I want to see it. I'm curious to know if it's gonna be as bad as the trailers are. So, see how it is. Those are my thoughts on this trailer. Let me know what you thought of it down below. What do you want to see them change in the next trailer? What do you want to see them do in the movie that they're not doing here? Let me know. We can discuss it. Leave a like and subscribe for more trailer reviews, and I will see you at the next one. Peace out.